All right, I got a little nephew, right? Now, me and him's tight as peas and carrots. We always have been, always will be. But that little sumbitch is testing my gangster now because he gets me in more shit than any other person on this planet. Every time me and him hang out together, it's like a revolving wheel of horse shit that I have to go through in order to explain my side of the story. And nobody wants to listen to my side of the story. And now his mama is pissed off at me because she thinks I'm doing bad shit in front of her little boy. And there was a miscommunication, so there was a misunderstanding, and she won't let me explain my side of the story. So here's my side of the story. April 17th, today, is my birthday. All right. I ain't going to tell you how old today. Now, little man called me up yesterday on Sunday, said, Uncle Zach, I got to go to school tomorrow on your birthday, but I worked around the house and I bought you a present. Can I bring it over to you today? I told him, I said, little man, don't spend your money on me, buddy. Uncle Zach don't need nothing. If you want to come hang out, you can come hang out, but you ain't got to bring me nothing. He said, no, Uncle Zach, I worked hard for this. I want you to have it. So he come over. His dad dropped him off. I told his dad I'd bring him back home. And little man walked in the door. As soon as he walked in the door, he made me open this present immediately. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's coming up in a later video. But we're sitting there, and I told him how much I was thankful for it and everything like that, and gave him a big hug, and we're sitting on the couch. Well, he's sitting over there, and he said, Uncle Zach, I'm hungry. I said, all right, buddy, what you want? We'll go get something to eat. He said, well, you think you can whip us up some tacos? Because little man is obsessed with tacos. He's like Uncle Zach. He likes tacos and chips and queso. Hopefully one day he's going to like beer, and then we're going to have one hell of a siesta, but that's beside the point. I told him, I said, man, you got me such an awesome gift. I tell you what, I'll whip us up some tacos. So I got the Blackstone out and I whipped us up some tacos, and Martha Stewart would have been happy as shit with me. I mean, really, I was doing this shit up right. It was aesthetically pleasing. I put out a bunch of little bowls that had like lettuce, tomato, cheese, bacon, and he likes this guacamole shit. It looks like leprechaun jizz. I had it all set out in different bowls, and we in there making our tacos. But I noticed little man only got hard-shelled tacos, and I had done toasted up some soft tacos. And I asked him, I said, little man, I thought you liked soft tacos too. And he looked at me, he goes, Uncle Zach, soft tacos piss me off. I said, all right, buddy, you're going to have to elaborate a little bit further because you done lost me on that one. He said, I get messy whenever I eat soft tacos. I said, well, buddy, what you mean? He said, watch. So he got him a soft taco shell, put some meat in there, cheese, some of that leprechaun jizz, a little bit of bacon, and some lettuce, and he rolled it up. And as he picked it up to his mouth, the whole end of it fell out and all the meat fell out. And he got mad as hell, just started screaming. I told him, I said, buddy, it ain't no big thing, buddy. I got to teach you something right now. All right, you need to remember, Uncle Zach was a gangster before I was a Christian, son. Remember that. So I put all of the stuff back in the tortilla, right? And I rolled that thing up. And right before I sealed it on the end of it, I just gave that little tag, gave it a little lick and rolled it up tight, and it didn't come undone. Now, flash forward to this morning at breakfast. All right, they're having breakfast burritos at his house. So what does little man do? He goes into the kitchen, makes him a breakfast burrito. All right, goes and sits down at the table with his mama and daddy, talking about what they're going to do after school and stuff like that. And this little man rolls this burrito up, and when he gets to the end of it, he takes it, he licks it, and sticks it. Now, I get a call from his mama wanting to know why my little nephew is rolling breakfast burrito blunts at the table, and she don't understand the fact that I ain't smoking in front of him. That was from a previous life. I was a gangster before I was a Christian, and now she's mad at me, and I gotta explain to little man that he can't mimic everything Uncle Zach does. Shit!